It was shaking. I thought of I could ruin it or sing not the right thing.
And all of a sudden I couldn't feel my legs. I was like, oh.
In 6 Minuten öffnet sich der Vorhang. Scheinwerfer blenden auf. Die Bühne wird mit Leben gefüllt.
It can be quite terrifying. As soon as you step over that line from the wings onto the stage, you're there. There's no going back.
Es könnte ja so viel passieren. Am besten erst gar nicht danach fragen. Obwohl, warum eigentlich nicht? Was Sie schon immer über das Opernhaus wissen wollten, aber nie zu fragen wagten. Episode 3: Lampenfieber.
Talking in front of many people is not something that I have naturally. For example, at school, when I had to do my, exposé about some certain topic, I hated it. I hated the idea of presenting something in front of my colleague at school. Being on stage and seeing the faces of the people in the front row or in the balconies, I could not at the beginning look at them because I was afraid of the judgment. I was afraid of anything. I was afraid of myself.
This is my debut. This is my first ever bohème here. So it was kind of scary getting into such a big piece with an opera like this, and with colleagues like in this piece. Some of the best singers in the world are in this piece right now, and it's kind of daunting.
My debut was here 10 years ago when I was in the opera studio, and so progressively it became sort of a habit to accept that Opera House, just the building, the walls, is a world where I enter before a performance, and I belong to that world, and it is all my world.
15 minutes to go.
You have to sing.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the place to go with agents, yes?
Good knowledge, right? Can you imagine? I do get very, very nervous and stressed. So, I think I had a teacher once that said, go and push a wall just before you go on stage, and then your body calms itself down, and then you can just go without thinking, without having this before you go on stage.
Bis später.
Bis später. Viel Spaß.
Every time I was going on stage, I was shaking, I was sweating, I was drinking liters of water, trying to find something to do to get rid of this stress. And in the end, there is no need to be afraid. The orchestra is tuned up. The conductor is going in the pit. It's too late. You cannot stop it.
It's fundamental to be able to control all of that and transform it into energy. Some people don't get nervous at all. Usually if you've worked well and you've done your job, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just live music,
It can be a very good kick to go on stage. And if anyone, I quote Pavarotti, and he said, what did he say? God, that's the most stereotypical thing, isn't it? I quote Pavarotti. But he said, if anyone tells you that they're not scared before they go on stage, they're a liar.
Instead of being afraid, I managed to just psychologically, I guess, to be part of it and to listen to the tuning up and to listen to my colleagues warming up and be part of it. At least I feel like I'm a part of a big wave and I'm not behind or too much in advance, but I'm just I'm just living it at the moment.
In my case, I wouldn't call it stage fright. It's a very, very big word, fright. It's not fright, it's just a normal adrenaline that kicks in because it's a live performance and you're in front of a lot of people. But when it becomes fright that you're paralyzed and you can't do anything, then you should change job.
Dann geht's jetzt auch los. Arbeitslicht kann weg. Und ihr könnt auch den Saal dunkel fahren. Toi, toi, toi. Toi, toi, toi.
In my head, before I go on stage, the character is more in command than the singer behind that character. If you show any moment of weakness, then the character's broken, and I think that you need to just go, Hugh is, you know, somewhere off stage, and you're then in character. You're gone.
I'm in my center, in my voice, in my focus, and I just live through it.